Assalamu alaikum and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Huma Baqai. I like to introduce myself as someone who has been associated with the academia for the last 30 years. And I also like to think that I've broken both glass ceilings and pink ceilings. Well, essentially, to cut the story short, I did not want a career. I was married at a very young age and was happy with the scheme of things until I realized I wanted an identity for myself. So, painstakingly, despite all oppositions, I chose to pick up a job and then worked very, very hard to turn that job into a career. I started off as an untrained Montessori teacher, and now I am a professor, a PhD, and I head an institution. And I think all of that happened because I just had the drive to do more. Oh, I think challenges for women are far more than men any time of the day, especially in a country like Pakistan, which is patriarchal. So the timings of the job are patriarchal, the framework of working are patriarchal, hiring is patriarchal, growth is patriarchal. So essentially, when I was pursuing a career, and I still think everything is stacked against women and not for women. And it was an uphill task, especially because I came from a slightly privileged family and did not need the financial gains that being a part of the workforce brings in. So there was discouragement 360 degree, even from my family. But I carried on. So one thing women have to be and need to be is resilient. If you need to take breaks from your career, do that. If you need to stay home for a bit for bringing up your children or taking care of a sick elder, which is usually considered the responsibility of the women in our society, do that, but continue to upskill yourself and always ensure that you return to the active workforce, because that is critical. Breaks you will overcome, but completely leaving out or stepping out is not a good strategy if you want a career. Moreover, most women are just happy to have jobs. From day one, work hard to turn your jobs into careers. And that happens when you grow every day. You work a little more than others every day. You take on new responsibilities every day. And most importantly, you upskill yourself. Acquire a new skill. It can be a soft skill, it can be a hard skill, it can be anything under the sun, but acquire skills to broaden your skill pack so that more venues open for you and you have things to do. I'm a great believer in multitasking. I'm a great believer in having more than one job. I'm a great believer in pursuing more than one career. I think mentorship plays a huge role. I've had some very good mentors in my life, both men and women. And I also want to emphasize the fact that, feminism is not about men and women. It's not about women's rights. It's an ideology. So I've seen very, very feminist men and I've seen very anti-feminist women. Find people who support you, who help you. And I have to say something to senior women also. Let's fix the crowns of the new people entering the workforce. It is important for us to help them. It is important for us to do hand-holding. We may have gone through very tough times. We don't have to make the new entrants go through the same. We are in positions where we can work around work cultures and organizations' cultures to help women grow and thrive. Let's all come together to do that. Women need support more than men because they are fighting on several fronts. So those who have come out and are working, let's help them. Because, in all honesty, this answer is becoming slightly longer, but I want to say this. You cannot have an economic turnaround. You cannot have a societal turnaround unless women are shoulder to you. So this is a favorite sentence that I say, and that is that bad husbands are making great fathers. We need to teach our sons to become great husbands, so the support is from the grassroots. The first support for women has to come from the home. The father has to be a supportive father, the brother has to be a supportive brother, the husband has to be a supportive husband, and the sons subsequently have to be supportive. I had all of that. I had a very supportive son, I had a supportive family, and that allowed me to become who I am. And I urge all others to do the same. Girls have huge potential. They have so much resilience. They can do so much more. You're talking about turning around Pakistan. Work on ensuring that your workforce has enough women. Your work organizations are inclusive. They're given the required safety that is needed for them to thrive. Security of mobility, security of working late, security of not defending themselves over regular things. So I'm going to say something in Urdu. हक को इजाज़त की हथकड़ी मत लगाएं. हमने जो हकूक़ अल्लाह ने दिए और जो हकूक़ इंसानियत के हैं, उनको इजाज़त की हथकड़ी लगाई हुई है. Women rights are human rights. Well, I think I had two, to be honest. And one was when I decided to take up a career. I think that was a huge decision. I was a stay-home mom, a wife, and then I actually just put my foot down that I want to do more in my life. So I started studying again and then took up a job. Nobody understood. Even my own parents didn't understand why I want to do it. They supported me, but they didn't understand why I want to do it. So I think that was the first step. And then I upskilled myself simultaneously while I was working, which allowed the growth trajectory that I have today to happen. And the second pivotal point was perhaps more important. I'm a mother of a physically challenged child. She was my third child. When she was born, everybody thought I should give up everything else up and just look after her. And once again, I stood ground and I continued to work. And a lot of people helped me there. A lot of people supported me in those times and actually counseled me to continue with my career, because it was actually just I was mid-career at that time. I continued with my career. I brought up a daughter who's an independent, beautiful woman living on her own in Canada today. And all my children have done very well in their lives. I have a banker, a doctor, and an upcoming scientist with children. And I think all of them are who they are because I am who I am. And this is very pivotal in my life, because I had social pressures, I had mother guilt, and I had to juggle my work between surgeries for my daughter, bringing her up, ensuring she gets everything in life, giving her time. I did all of that. And I'm proud of myself today. I'm proud of my girl today. But I'm also telling a lot of you out there that you can do it. Well, I think we need a mindset change, a sea change in the mindset. Right now, none of our offices, our work culture, our organizational cultures, our timings are geared towards accommodating the requirements of a young girl, a young mother, mother of a growing children. So centers for childcare, flexi working hours, hiring mindset, where as soon as a young girl with very good qualification comes and sits in front of you for an interview, you turn around and ask her, are you in a relationship? Are you getting married? And your mind starts churning that if she's a young girl, even if she joins us, she will quit. So please, that is the real bias. I think we need to showcase more and more women who have achieved success. And women have also survived. You can't imagine that the fact that a woman comes to office at 8 in the morning and leaves at 5 is also a lot of resilience, is a huge challenge. and a lot of investment, emotional investment by women. All young girls, all young mothers go through mom guilts. So we need to counsel them. We need to tell them that mothering is not just the responsibility, bringing up a child rather, not just mothering, bringing up a child is not just the responsibility of a woman. Two people are responsible for bringing a child into this world. Two people are responsible for their bringing up also. So I think we have a lot of empowered women around us. We need to educate men, train men to live with empowered women. Men hold their hand and help in housework and help in bringing up children. And this role division is the biggest impediment for women to grow. And the next impediment is mobility. We need to make mobility safe for women. And I think women are doing a great job. We need to showcase them and we need to bring them on decision-making tables. I am not confused about the fact whether women are working or not working. I think a lot of women are working. What is perhaps lacking is that they are not in corridors of power. They are not on decision-making tables. So we need more women in the boardrooms. We need more women in the parliament. We need more women on decision-making tables. And that's when the change will happen. No men should be in a position to decide how work cultures, how career trajectories, how inclusive policies will be implemented. You must stop having panels. You should have panels with women. Every single panel, small or big, should have a woman's voice. So I think that is critically important. And I think that is what is going to turn around the fate of Pakistan. And that is much needed. And last word, STEM education. Women are educating themselves, but they need to put their foot in STEM education. We need to educate women to pursue STEM education. So break the glass ceiling. This is not for men, this is for women, this is for women, this is not for men. Women can do everything and they are doing everything. And we need to ensure that we facilitate them to do that. This world is yours. Take it.